Oh man, Alex.
Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. This is season 4, episode. I'm gonna pause here and remember it in a second. 3. I'm Alex,
I am Eric.
and we are recording in our bond meeting where we are trying to post bail.
That is true because we had none other than. Do you want a special name?
No.
All right, it's Neil. Neil is here, and he has brought just enough shmeckle badoodas to cover our bail. Ain't that right?
It's true. I got a CARES Act. I'm a small local airline company that does interstate, not interstate, interstate flights.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
And we got exactly 158,984 shmeckle badoodas from the CARES Act bailout.
Oh, perfect.
This time, so.
That is great because I know you guys were worried about us and how we only raised $6 million last week, but fortunately enough, our album sales netted us 1 million and change shmeckle badoodas on our last album release, but we're still short.
What's the name of our album, by the way, Eric?
I believe it was called Dewey Bros Venture into the Unknown, the Mystery of Sound and Imagination.
Wasn't that also Paul the Beatle, his new album? Wasn't that what that was called too?
Yeah, strangely enough, what is it?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney also recorded an album called Dewey Brothers, a mystical journey into the imaginative sounds featuring the Dewey Brothers. So we didn't get any credit for that.
It's very confusing. But the good news is the album you're looking for on order now is Dewey Bros Venture into the Unknown, the Mystical Sounds of Music.
I'm writing that
available
down.
now where albums are solved. Don't worry, I already got it.
All right, sounds good. Yep. And so if you want the classics such as Alex, help, and Craig, start recording, and this podcast is brought to you by, that is the album you want to buy.
We got all sorts of songs from, oh man, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is very thick, to oops, I sharded again.
And then I put my heart and soul into the closer of the album, which is a 56 song record, but for some reason it only comes down to like 30 minutes of music. Not really sure how that worked out, but Ode to Maple Creamy as the closer, what a great way to end the album.
Also, Neil, we got to thank you and your intrastate airline for helping us make bail. We
No.
that after we get out.
Interstate, not interstate. It's only one state.
Instead of internet, it's the intranet. It's the
no,
intranet.
No.
Just
interstate.
I got you. So it says only in this. It's only in one state.
Yeah.
Well, and not even just spread out across the state. It's just one very small section. You know, it's like the inner city folk and the interstate folk.
Yeah, it connects the inner city to the outer city folk, and that's it.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure it gets tons of travel.
I mean, we are, rush hour, but it's a pain.
We are glad.
It's only one Boeing 747, so like when I have to do like a 11 p.m. shuttle for one person, I end up losing a lot of money, and that's why I got such a good government bailout.
That sounds about right. How's the whole coronavirus dealing with your air travel, you know?
It's not too bad in the plane, but our airport is about the size of a bus station, like a bus shelter.
Yep.
But it's an enclosed area. So there's a lot of problems when it comes to that. But we chose to not address any of them for money reasons.
That makes sense.
Okay, makes sense.
So,
and of course your planes are not enclosed spaces because you have that open cab up front, right?
Yeah, the convertibles.
Yeah, you have your convertible 737.
Yeah. 747.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are just about to post bail because I have had it in this maximum security prison, Alex. What's the main
Eric.
topic?
So the main topic today is obviously, as it is, comes up all the time. The House of Blois which is a lineage derived from the Frankish nobility, whose principal members were often named Theobald. And the reason it's the House of Blois is because they are also known as the House of Champagne for the younger son, Theobald II, Count of Champagne, is in this family.
That makes sense. I remember in the prison here, they have that special quarter dedicated to the Theobalds, and strangely enough, I think it was some sort of great donation, but it was just casks and casks of champagne.
Yeah, the Count of Blois crest, which is a blue shield with a white stripe running from the upper right corner to the lower right corner, with 2 yellow stripes just outside of it, was like all over that building.
Yeah, it was weird. I remember it was kind of scary though. It was dimly lit, and if you ever got too close, some crazy drunkard Frenchman would come out and say, "Oh, oui, monsieur, you're not allowed to be here," and then he would hit you with a baguette repeatedly. It was brutal.
Fortunately, though, the baguette would break off, so you could catch some of the crumbs if you really needed to.
It really sounds like you guys are just speaking the plot of Les Mis.
I mean, definitely not. No correlation. But yep, bread and drunk Frenchmen that love to scream at you and whack you. It's totally original.
Unfortunately, the senior line of the House of Blois became extinct with the death of Jeanne I of Navarre, wife of Philip IV of France. So when Joan didn't make it, then they were out of Blois, and Champagne and Navarre passed Capitan to the Capitan dynasty. So unfortunately,
If only they could raise a little Philip V, a great and mighty king. But alas, that sounds about right. They don't have strong blood that flows through Gaston. So I'm sorry to say that the Theobalds just couldn't do it.
It's really a tragedy. Eric, do you want to move on to our next segment?
I was gonna say I think we need to first propose a toast of champagne to what could have been.
That's fair. You ready?
Yep. To little Philip V, who was unable to be born and has thus no longer allows us to drink champagne in a happy manner. Clink.
And also Gaston. Clink.
Oh, clink, 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 clink. Oh, baby, I'm ready to podcast.
All right, you ready for Behind Bars, our slam poetry segment?
That is true. All right, Neil, last week we had a tie, okay? So this one's for all the marbles. I don't know about you, Alex, but I'm excited it's snowing.
That's true. I think we should do our poems about snow. I got a quick quip here. It's just a little limerick. You want to hear it?
Hit me with it.
All right, so this one's titled A Night on the Woods. When we were staying frosty in the great outdoors, the fire was going and we're eating s'mores. Then along came some pro-business, nymphs quite promiscuous, and nature's strip club was soon full of whores.
Huh, that's quite a turn.
Yeah, it's a night on the woods. Uh-huh. I mean, it starts out, staying frosty in the great outdoors.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Neil, what would you rate that? I think I'd have to give that a 6.5 apples out of 1 pie.
I'm thinking more like 17 candlesticks out of a birthday cake.
Ooh, that's a pretty good rating.
Those are both pretty okay.
Okay, but just you wait for this. This poem,
Is this also about the winter?
This is called The Snows of Beauty. Snow, as white as cocaine, and as glittery as champagne. How topical. Oh no, here come the authorities. Sir, can't we find some trees? Oof, ow, the pain. Remember, kids, don't do cocaine. In fact, don't do drugs at all. You'll find yourselves in a brawl and wanting to bawl. Drugs will only make your life worsen. So say no, and be a cool person.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
You know, so I see you. I also went with a completely about snow. Nothing else going on in that poem.
Oh yeah, for sure, Eric. You definitely have, I would say, 4 champagne corks out of a crate.
Oh, okay. 4 corks out of a crate.
From me, for sure.
And I would have to give it 4 oranges in a bushel.
4 oranges to the bushel. That, you know, I haven't seen numbers that high since the 2000 election of Chad and his hanging. I don't know where I was going with that one.
Here, let me hear your thoughts on this one. Okay. The ship is breaking.
Yeah, we need the people in the comments to help us out here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Give us some ratings on this one. The ship is breaking. It's filling with snow. I scoop.
Is that the whole poem? This is very good.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, that is amazing. It builds the suspense that I'm waiting. I'm there. I'm like, oh, the ship, it's filling with snow. Oh, something else is happening. Oh, what? And it leaves so much for the imagination to create and picture together the most beautiful scene that you've ever seen. In fact, the scene to be seen is one which has never been seen before. And beauty, nothing, stillness, ooh, art.
I mean, I only have one possible way to describe this poem, and it is 75 out of 75 acres. Open at Smuggler's Notch. I mean, that is how beautifully wintry it was.
Whoa.
That is, I mean, yeah. No, it transported me to a land of snow and perfection. Wow. So now disappointingly, please write who did better in this week. We all know it was Neil.
It's probably Neil though.
Holy cow. So I'm just shocked. I'm in a state of flabbergast. Alex,
well, we have an expert obviously on the podcast. We wanna. I trawled deep into Reddit for some sweet questions, and the people, they need the answers. That's why they listen to the podcast. So, you thinking we ask Neil some of these questions, Eric?
Hey, this guy, he's already proven his literary worth. Let's quiz his brain.
All right, Neil, this is a little off topic, but it was posted by you, Ganghaps2. Okay. And my man, Ganghaps2, asks, what should you do if your balls itch?
Wow.
Can I get like a context? Like, where are you?
It's just your balls.
I would say you're in a enchanted magical forest. It is lightly snowing, and you are standing next to a lamppost, which is implied in the question.
Okay. So I guess you have a couple options. I mean, there's snow, a lamppost, and trees. So I think the problem with trees is there might be nymphs. So you're kind of limited to the lamppost and the snow. So I don't know what they're called, but it was like this big metal, like spire, not a spire, but like think of an axe head, but just sitting on the ground and it's massive, you know?
Okay.
Build one of those out of snow climb up the lamp post.
Okay.
And then try to do like a split jump, like a pencil dive, but with your legs apart, right onto your snow creation.
Got it.
And if that doesn't cure the itch, it'll put you in enough pain that you'll forget.
That's pretty good. I didn't think of that. Wow. I think I'm gonna do that next time because I only thought
That's
of.
a good idea.
Well, obviously I'm now in Narnia, so I gotta find that wardrobe, go back in there, and then make my younger sibling scratch my balls for me.
Because of hazing or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. Or if we're talking about balls, I just get one of the people that are on the side of the court to bring out towels and dry them off for me because obviously I'm a pro basketball player and I can't have any moisture on my balls if I'm shooting to win the game.
I'm glad you figured out that you were actually in Narnia because what I would do is go hunt down Aslan, the embodiment of God, and then use his moisture wicking fur to itch my balls.
Wow, that
yeah.
Oh my goodness, I have that picture in my head, and I can only imagine what his hair feels like. So I'm intrigued.
Surprisingly absorbent. It's really just like a sham. He's really more chamois than he is lion.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I guess if you're that holy of a lion, you can do just about anything.
Yeah, Gang Caps 2, that definitely answers your question. So we're going to move on to one that's slightly more topical as this is our Christmas episode. What is a Christmas tradition that you are glad got canceled due to COVID-19? And this was posted by Steven 1219.
That's such a good question. I'm a pretty big fan of Christmas and Christmas time activities. It's hard because like I feel like I don't like the things that were canceled. I don't think about because I haven't seen them because they were canceled.
Sure, they've been canceled for so long, so nothing really changes.
Right.
I know. For me, the annual Christmas tradition I most miss is the annual spit swapping. Where
is
I would go
most miss or least miss.
No, I'm continuing. I remember everyone would, join in the town square and we would all just see how far away we can go with spitting into each other's faces.
Like a water balloon toss, but you're just spitting.
But it's just loogies. And I think it was Christmas because it really showed how much people want to share and how close we are even in like cold times,
Yeah.
And it's also the other reason that it's done at Christmas traditionally is because of the Christmas lights' unique ability to enhance the way your brain calculates the trajectory of freezing loogies.
Yep, that and your loogies are especially nice because of all the eggnog they hand out also.
Absolutely, extra viscous.
Yeah, but due to COVID regulations, we aren't allowed to be spitting each other, which it really makes me sad. That and Santa Claus being the #1 super spreader, so he's not coming to our house this Christmas.
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't really care about that because, I mean, we only ever get coal.
Well, I mean, that's how we power our industry.
True, that's fuel for an entire year right there.
I mean, no, that's the problem. I'm not even bad enough to get that much coal. I'm only bad enough to get a little bit of coal, so I can't even use it that much. I end up just, having to burn the coal, and all I can do is, cook a small ham or a few chickens out of it. I can't even power my my industrial like death machine.
What are you doing with an industrial death machine, Eric?
Baking bread.
True. That's dope.
Yeah, it's big bread baking season.
Sure is.
All right, Alex, do you have any other questions scrounged up from the internet?
Hello, and my apologies. It was at this point that our lawyer cut my mic, for the next question was heavily self-incriminating. This is what followed.
Alex, we can't hear you.
Apparently that covers all the questions on the internet.
There are no more questions on the internet. Alex.
Got
Hey,
him.
Alex. Oh, God. I don't know where he went. So, Christmas time. Neil.
Christmas tide. What?
This is our Christmas special. What would you like to tell the viewers out there that are thinking, huh, what are these guys doing talking about Christmas?
Yeah, I want everyone to remember that New Year's is the only real holiday. Not only is New Year's the only real holiday, but Christmas was made up by someone once.
Big Pharma.
And yeah, Big Pharma's now taking over. Soon Jeff Bezos will buy New Year's Day. And once
no.
happens, the only place we have left to turn is Frank Lloyd Wright. No, what's his name? The musical guy.
Yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright was a...
Yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright, because he's the
Wait.
last beacon of hope for the human race.
Frank Lloyd Wright. I thought he was the architect. I forget now.
Oh, Frank Lloyd Wright is the architect. I'm talking about, yeah, sure. He's also a beacon of hope because it's hope. Andrew Lloyd Webber is the other beacon of hope that I was thinking of. Both
you're right.
Lloyd, shared fact.
That's what we really need. So we should convert all of the December holidays into Frank Lloyd Wright and Andrew Webber appreciation days.
Yeah.
And then make them federal holidays where we get all of December off of work.
Right.
I'm liking your style. The poor interstate airplane business is really hurting.
I'm really thinking I should have picked a different line of work.
Well,
the promises of interstate airways were so high.
Thank God that you also have that multi-stage exclusive indoor bar seating in your airports as well.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the best call looking back on it.
And nothing beats your sole market of crotchless, faceless masks.
Crotchless.
I'm thinking like crotchless pants.
How long have I been gone, and why are we talking about crotchless masks?
Don't worry about it, Alex.
All right, I have one more question, Eric. And it is very important, okay? And it is, how many monkeys are of space?
I got nothing else to say.
That wraps it up.
I gotta say, thank you for posting our bail. I don't know what's gonna happen. Does your company have a name so we can at least give you advertising out of this?
Nope, and that's probably why we're doing so bad.
Just the old Neil's interstate airplane business, unaffiliated name.
Well, I thought I would just save time. Like when I was creating the company, it's easier to just not write anything under company name than write something. It's just faster that way.
It saves you valuable time that you could be making sweet profits.
Exactly. So I just didn't give it a name. Legally, I cannot put anything on the side of my planes.
It's just a picture of something.
Yeah, it's a picture of my face.
I like it. That's a pretty good. I would fly in that plane. All right, that's all the time we have. Adios, everybody. I would like to thank our sponsors really quickly, including the new album from Dewey Brothers. Dewey Brothers. Venture into the sounds. Venture into the inspiration. Mystical sounds of music. Additionally, we couldn't have done it without homegrown hops. That's right, they're still growing despite it being negative 64 degrees. And as always, we have to thank Shmeckle Badoodas, the #1 currency in all of Badooda Shmeckle.
And I'm going to plug my airline company for all the great transit that they provide.
Yes, everyone, please, if you're ever needed for interstate travel, just use Neil's very own interstate plane service. Name pending still. Actually, it's not even pending. It's just blank. Trademarked, right? Is it trademarked?
Of course. You can't have any exactly 5-second long silences, or else I'll sue you for copyright infringement.
That's right, everyone out there. That'll do it for this episode. I am Alex. I'm Eric. Alex is somewhere. Neil, can you fill in for him?
I'm Alex.
I am Eric, and for the love of God, man, just send it.
Just do it. Wait.
Just do it. There we go. wait, was that it?
What a tease. What a tease.
This isn't making it into the end. This is not making it into the final product.